What's his name?
Notorious.
Come on.
There we go. Kane Bradley, hiya.
Good, mate. Thanks for having me.
No worries. Thanks for jumping on. Third episode here. When was the last time I saw you? Played basketball, I think, in East Hills.
Yeah, probably a while back. Back in Sydney before I moved up to Townsville for footy.
When did you move to Townsville?
I moved up here January, so start of the year.
That was your first time there?
I hadn't really been outside of New South Wales until got an offer from the Cowboys, and then just took it and headed up there start of the year.
What are things like there anyway? So you just moved there. You lived in Sydney your whole life, hey?
Yeah, it's a lot different compared to Sydney, but they were really good at looking after me when I first moved up here. Put me in a house with 3 other boys also in the team, so that made the transition really.
So in off season now you can do whatever you want?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, we've got a bit of freedom now. I'm actually down on the Gold Coast, visiting my family down here. But I'll be back up in Townsville in a couple of weeks' time, getting ready for pre-season again.
What's the hand like? Healing?
Yeah, the hands are all good now. It's pretty much fully recovered. I would have been able to play week 1 of finals if we were playing finals footy, but no, I'd definitely be ready to go for next year.
Came for pre-season. Have you done a pre-season before, or for like a full NRL team?
Yeah, I did a couple with the Tigers, but it's definitely going to be different up here. It's the temperatures.
Yeah, it was summer too. Fuck.
Yeah, pretty different, but I'm sure I'll be right.
Mad. So we'll go back to the very start. How you and I met was, I think, Sporties, Bankstown Sports, maybe under 12s or something, and then we rolled into Bass High School together. It was a pretty stacked team, that Sporties team.
Yeah, we had a good team there for a couple of years. I think you might have left, but we won a couple of grand finals off the back of that. We had a good bunch of boys who stuck together for a couple of years, and Jake
Averillo is playing now. Is that you and him the only ones to push through from there? Logan's in the
Logan's getting pretty close. Logan Dillon, he's I think he's doing a full pre-season with the Tigers this year, so hopefully he gets an opportunity next season.
But yeah, so Bass High School, we both went 7 to 12 together, played footy there. You studied a lot in high school. What was that like, studying and trying to balance footy as well?
Yeah, it was a little bit difficult, but my parents kind of drove that into me at a young age. You got to keep your options open, I guess. So obviously I wanted to play footy and do that professionally, but you got to do well in school as well, just in case that didn't work out. Have a backup option pretty much.
Yeah, you don't see too many people do that and then, fall short with footy and don't have many options left. But for people that don't know, you're probably the smartest in the team. Studied all the way through, most disciplined, training, studying, your diet was good. How hard was it to keep the strict diet? Because you kept a pretty strict diet in school, your lunch and stuff. Yeah,
same sort of thing about my dad and my uncles are really into that training and dieting and stuff like that, and they helped me at a young age. And after a while, it kind of just became the normal. So even though everyone laughed at me having 4 sandwiches a day at school,
look how it turned out.
It paid off. Yeah.
Your dad came from like a sporting background too, as a boxer.
Yeah, did a bit of boxing and played footy up until I'm not too sure what age, but my whole family's really into it.
So that would have been good having that support at home. But everyone might have taken the piss or thought, nah, fuck that, I'll go and hang out at Hungry Jack's after school, but it turned out well for you, I guess. Really well. So right through the school, had pretty good career at school. What do you reckon school footy was like compared to, club footy and all those sort of things?
Yeah, we had a really good coach in John Wilson who has a lot of experience and really taught us a lot of fundamentals and good skills that are still used to this day. And the same with the team. We had a good bunch of boys that kind of stuck together from year 7 through to year 12, and then we ended up getting rewarded with that University Shield win when most of us were at the end of our schooling career. Yeah,
it was enjoyable, being with all the boys at school and then playing at the same time and even playing with some in that club.
Yeah, definitely.
It's different to club where you split up and you don't see the boys too often, but seeing all the boys at 7 o'clock in the morning, same faces at lunchtime in class and then going out to perform together is something different, I reckon.
Yeah, 100%.
So when you finished school, what happened?
Yeah, I finished school. I went straight into SG Ball, the St George Dragons.
Yeah. So you
Didn't
were
have a contract.
2017, both 17 at the
Yeah,
time.
yeah. I didn't have a contract or anything. Just went and tried out. Did the pre-season with them. Played a full season at SG Ball, which is under 18s.
Mm-hmm.
And then off the back of that, got an offer for a contract, a development contract with the Tigers.
Yeah.
Signed with the Tigers for 3 years. Did 2 years of that contract, and then in my final year, which is January this year, got an offer from the Cowboys to come up to Townsville. So just took that and moved up.
You went through a pretty big growth spurt. I remember I'd say, I reckon from year 10, you shot up, bro, like upwards and sideways too. You put on a lot of muscle. What was that like, changing positions and having a different body?
Yeah, I grew up playing halves, fullback, and then transitioned to the back row, and then now I'm back on the wing again. So I don't know really know what I'm doing.
Getting all the positions you can.
Yeah.
What do you reckon that's from? Is that just off the back of a strict diet, or are you always training at home as well, doing extras?
Yeah, a bit of both. It's kind of weird how I'm so tall. Like, no one in my family is really tall.
Yeah.
My younger brother is going to be tall as well. So, but yeah, I think a lot of it is diet related. Yeah, definitely helps. A lot of sleep.
And you're training a lot too, doing club training. We train about once or twice a week for school. And then I'm sure I heard you used to train at home as well, doing weights and stuff.
Yeah, I had a little gym set up at home as well. I was always getting stuck into.
People don't realize that's what it takes to, I guess, like take the next step or make it to the next level. You have to always be doing more than everyone else.
Yeah, well, definitely. Yeah, growing up, I missed out on a couple like rep teams and stuff like that, and that kind of just made me train harder, and that paid off. I guess.
Yeah, everyone's. I feel like even myself, when I was young, I used to think, 2 times training at school was enough. 2 times at club was enough, but I think you've got to go above and beyond to be better than everyone, which is what you did. So yeah, well, you're still. I'm guessing you got a good ATAR of the studying you did. Did you have any offers from uni, or did you accept anything?
Yeah, I think I got 86 from ATAR, which wasn't too bad.
It's pretty good from the area too that we're in school.
Yeah, ended up getting a couple of bonus points through our school and stuff like that, which got me into Sydney Uni. That first year I was doing SG Ball straight out of school. I did a full year of commerce at Sydney Uni. So knocked 1 out of the 3 years off, and then ever since then I've just been doing part-time, training full-time with NRL, and then doing part-time, which I'm still doing now online up in Townsville.
How hard is that?
Yeah, it's not too bad. So full-time is 4 subjects per semester, but I'm only doing 1 subject now, which isn't too bad. Do it online, which is lucky because of the COVID situation. It's gone fully online, which makes it easy for me. I don't have to change universities or anything like that. I just log into my laptop a few times a week.
How was it during like the season? You're traveling with the team and everything. Are you taking your laptop with you? Or you going on class on the road, or?
Not really. The hardest is probably pre-season when you wake up early and you're so tired, but in the afternoons. But yeah, having only 1 subject. Achievable.
Are you doing that, like you said, just to keep your options open, or is it something you really want to pursue after footy?
Yeah, more just keep my options open. I really just want to play footy for another 10 years, hopefully. But I think it's good to take your mind off footy and training sometimes, and then the Cowboys also cover most of the cost for that as well, which
that's crazy. That's good.
Yeah, you'd be silly not to make most of that.
What's everyone else doing, off the field and out of their full-time job?
Yeah, you got a couple of boys that are also doing degrees, just part-time, same as me, and then I'm sure there's a few boys that are doing other things outside of it. I know a few people have got like a few trades and stuff like that. But
yeah, that's mad. You don't really hear too much about, footy players studying with their degree. With their full-time job. It's a pretty big thing to do. Pretty smart. But going back to footy when we were younger, how crazy is it to see all the boys we grew up with, make it to the big stage, like Isaac, Jake, Brandon, Stefano, all those boys we played with and against.
Yeah, I guess everyone's dream growing up. So yeah, it's definitely good to see a lot of your good mates and people you played alongside finally make it and get a crack. And I'm sure there'll be more to come in the future. There's a few other boys that are getting close.
Have you gone against any of them yet in first grade?
No, well, on my debut when I versed Melbourne, Isaac was 18th man, I think. So that kind of
Did you get to
sucks.
speak to him?
Yeah, I got to speak to him after the game. But yeah, it would have been awesome to play against him. Hopefully, years to come.
You would have scored on him too. What was that like, bro? Talk us through your debut and how it started.
Yeah, I got like a few weeks beforehand, I was getting close. I was named in the 21, warmed up with the team a few times. And yeah, I was pretty nervous just doing the warm up, to be honest. Covering in case there's an injury, I would have debuted. But yeah, a couple of weeks later, got the call up and it was against the Melbourne Storm. They're a really tough team.
That's a big ask.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, the coach Todd Payton said to me, they're a really good team. They'll target you on debut and all these things, but you're ready and just do your job. I think the boys during the week really gave me confidence that I'll go out there and do well. And ended up debuting up in Townsville, so a home game for us.
Your family gets to watch?
Yeah, I got my parents and siblings. They flew up from the Gold Coast to watch that, which is lucky that they were up here. Kind of sucked at everyone else down in Sydney. I had a lot of other family members and friends who still supported from home. But with this COVID situation, the borders shut. They couldn't be there, unfortunately.
They do like a whole jersey presentation thing.
Yeah, had a jersey presentation, but again with the COVID stuff, no one was allowed in the dressing room. So my parents were just watching from outside somewhere.
What was that whole thing like? Like finally, like this is it. You're gonna make your debut.
Yeah, it's pretty surreal. But it's something that I've worked towards for such a long time. So it's really good to finally be rewarded with that.
It's been crazy. Have any what was it like in the dressing room? Was because that would have been the first time you dressing up as a player. What's going through your head? Were you told, just do your job, or did anyone take you under their wing?
Yeah, everyone was really good. There wasn't any player in particular that really helped me out. But it was kind of funny. Like the whole day, I was really nervous because it wasn't until like 7:30, I think that night the game was, and that was like the first time I played a night game. Usually most Queensland or New South Wales Cup games are around lunchtime, afternoon. So I was waiting around all day, getting messages, phone calls. I was pretty nervous, but once I ran out on the field to do the warm up, I felt pretty relaxed. It just felt like another training session. So I think that really helped me. I listened to what they said, just get an early carry, and after that, it just felt like a normal game of footy. Yeah.
There's a big ask going up against Melbourne Storm at the time. Obviously, Cowboys having not the best of years, and it's come up against. They were still in the streak at that time, where Storms. And you just had a cracking game. You lost by one try. You scored a try on your debut, which is mad. A good try too. You had one disallowed, which I was so angry at. Where I was watching that game, me and that on the couch, and whenever Storm play, I'm messaging Andy too, because he's a diehard Storm supporter. I was calling him like, that's the biggest bullshit I've ever seen. I'm sick of the Storm getting a run of the grass. And what was it like to score a try?
Yeah, the first one I was pretty dirty with. I scored that in the corner, and then
that was a good try.
Walked back pretty much to halfway, and then turned around. They're going up to check it, and they ruled it back for an obstruction, which is like 2 or 3 passes before I got the ball, and was only by about 1 meter. So I was kind of I was pretty dirty with that, but ended up getting one maybe 5 minutes to go in the second half, so made up for it.
Good feeling.
I was happy to get one. What was that, sorry?
Good feeling.
Yeah, it was unreal. The crowd went crazy. I think just because I was my first game, and it was good to have a bit of my family there as well watching. That's
the type of shit we practice, like before training, after training, doing those dives in the corner. So it would have been crazy to do it on a big stage.
Yeah, it was awesome.
What's the competition like? So you played a little bit of development, SG ball, and then into Queensland Cup. Is it a big jump from Cup to first grade? Just like the contact, the speed, the strength of the boys?
Yeah, I'd say just the speed. I think one thing that helped me a lot was I was actually playing back row, Queensland Cup. So when I debuted for the Cowboys on the wing.
Was that expected, or have you been training on the wing?
Yeah, yeah, mainly on the wing, but I was just helping out the cutters. My Queensland Cup team in the back row, we had a few injuries and stuff in the forward, so
Mm.
I'm not
That'd
really
have
too
been,
sure. Yeah, where I'll go in the future with my position, but
that would have been good to get used to the contact and the strength at cup.
Yeah, having that fitness from playing in the middle helped me a lot. Go around to the wing because it's definitely a speed difference going up to NRL level.
Yeah, that'd have been mad. You're going up against some of the fastest blokes in the NRL too in that team. But I shared the post that you clocked like one of the top speeds. Where did that speed come from, bro? Because you weren't the fastest bloke at school or in club. So where did this like gigantic jump in speed come from?
Yeah, I think just training again, a lot of training, and yeah, I'm really not too sure.
Crazy. That's crazy. That's mad because some of the boys there, bro, they're pretty fast in the NRL and you top some of them. But I think we're yet to see you in full flight in the NRL. It'd be good catching a breakdown and running down some of the boys. But
Yeah,
so that was a really good game against Storm. And then you played another one after?
yeah. Off the back of that, yeah, we versed the Broncos.
Is that Suncorp or Townsville?
Yeah, no, down in Suncorp. Yeah, that was pretty crazy as well. That was a really good stadium to play at, and yeah, the crowd was going off. Pretty one-sided down there.
That's crazy to go from Storm and then Broncos in the first two games of NRL.
Yeah, it wasn't really the performance we wanted. If we went down there and played like we did against the Storm, I think we would have quite easily won that game. But yeah, we struggled. I ended up breaking my hand about 5 minutes into the game. I think it was my second carry.
Oh, right.
The game, yeah, someone's shoulder just hit me right on the hand.
In your second game in the NRL, were you trying to like play it off or tell yourself, nah, don't worry about it, keep going?
Yeah, it was definitely hurting. I wasn't too sure exactly what was wrong with it, but yeah, got it. Yeah, it was definitely hurting, but yeah, halftime got it strapped up, and I wasn't coming off either way. But we didn't really have anyone on the bench that would be able to fill my spot, even if I did want to come off. So,
all right, big ask to play second game of NRL for broken hand.
Yeah, so yeah, just stuck it out, and yeah, they kept kicking to me and stuff, and I was like, oh no, here we go. But I managed to do my job at least for the team and stay out there.
So yeah, like we said, you didn't perform the way you wanted to. What was like the year at Cowboys like? The feeling in the change rooms, going through a bit of a struggling season, building for next year. What was that like?
Yeah, it was kind of a weird year. We struggled early on, then we racked up a couple of wins, got us I think 8, and then towards the back end of the year, around when I debuted, after I hurt my hand, we had a whole stack of injuries, and then went on another losing streak. So I think the one positive coming out of our side was that we had a lot of young boys coming through that filled in and did really well. I think they'll be better for it come next year, having a bit of experience under their belt.
What's the mindset in the change rooms when you string together a couple of losses, back-to-back losses? What's the message like from the coach or from the captain?
I think it was more just trust that the training we're doing is going to turn the results around eventually. We trained super hard during the week, each week, and then went out there and probably didn't perform the way we wanted to perform. But yeah, I think it was just building a lot of resilience and character from not staying negative after a loss, just turning it around and training our way out of the form slump pretty much.
What's the training like? Is it really, really, really hard? Like, it's obviously a full-time job and it's the highest competition you can play.
I think the hardest thing probably, just after a game when you're sore and stuff, and then you're coming in 2 days later, but that's all part of it. Then doing wrestling and.
What does a week look like? Say you play on a Sunday. So what does and say your next game's on a Sunday. What does that Monday to Sunday look like? Yeah,
so usually the morning after, say we play Sunday, Monday morning we'll come in and look at some video, review the game, and we'll do some recovery and stuff. So that's day 1 after the game. Day 2 will usually be a day off to kind of do your own recovery, whether you want to come in and use the facilities, jump in the pool, so one of those kind of things.
Yeah, that access.
Yeah, we've got really good facilities up in Townsville that have just been built for us.
Yeah,
and then day 3 we pretty much get stuck into it again. do a lot of weights, and then a lot of like team v team stuff. So you get starting 13, and then you get the bench, and then kind of those leftover boys will form a team and do a lot of opposed stuff.
Like ball work type.
Yeah, pretty much just like little games, but broken up into like sets and stuff. So you might do a couple of yardage sets, a few good ball sets, practice a few scrum moves, stuff like that.
Yeah. And then leading up to the game Friday, Saturday.
Yeah, leading up to the game. So usually we have the captains run. I can't remember what we did this year. Captains on the day before the game. So it's just live, just run through a few plays, and then the game day the next day.
I think that's what most people don't get. Like, obviously, I'm close with Brandon, so I kind of speak to him, almost every day. I know what he's doing. I know when he's training, but I think most of the people don't understand that. Like, really, he's only kind of get like one day off most of the time on most weeks. So it's a full-time, like a full-time job compared to in other places that get a Saturday, Sunday off, or sometimes even a Friday. But on that one day off, still you're probably recovering or training. So it must be crazy, going from cup or even from high school. You're pretty young still into that full-time training schedule.
Yeah, it's pretty full on, but I guess it is what we love to do. So that definitely helps. It's all part of it, I guess.
Yeah. Well, that's all we dreamed of, right? Having that full-time job. So it's pretty crazy that you're living that. What do you reckon? What's the mindset going into next year with the club and yourself?
The club, we just want to build on this year, develop a lot of those young boys through the pre-season, and play some consistent footy. We had some really good patches, but we also had some not so good stages. Play consistent footy, and then for myself, just want to cement a starting spot somewhere in the team.
Any position?
I'll play wherever the coach wants me to. I got to do a bit of like doing our review and stuff at the end of this year. Speaking to the coaching staff, I'm going to cover a few positions. I think going to do a bit of back row during the pre-season to get me ready, and then just see how I go. Hopefully, find a spot somewhere in the team and keep it.
That's it. What's your body looking like now? What are you weighing?
Been weighing around 108 kilos.
Far out.
Yeah.
What's like your game day weight?
Yeah, around there.
I
fluctuate a little bit. I've had a couple of injuries. Had my shoulder reconstruction last year, and a few my hand obviously this year. So fluctuate a little bit, but I think that's probably my target weight, is just to maintain around 108.
How's the off season? You've been training?
Yeah, a little bit. So we get 8 weeks off. That started when the final started pretty much. So about 2 weeks ago. Pretty much rested the first week and a half, but getting stuck into training again. Got a few boys down here that make it easy, and I train with one of the boys from the Titans, McIntyre. So I've been training with him, keep him fit, and you obviously can't come into pre-season having done nothing, because it'll be such a shock to the system. So you got to be ready to go.
Keen to go back? When do you go back?
Yeah, definitely. I want to make a statement this pre-season, and like I said, push for that starting spot round one.
So you'll go back before Christmas time, eh?
Yeah, we start, I think it's the 5th of November, so still a couple of weeks before Christmas.
Sounds long, but it goes so quick.
Yeah, it does, yeah.
So you'll go back, and then do you get some time off for Christmas and that?
Yeah, we usually train up until 3 days before Christmas, and then get Christmas, Boxing Day, New Year's off, and come back right at the start of January. Usually it's about 3rd or 4th of January we start up again.
What have you been doing off the field apart from studying? You playing basketball?
A little bit of basketball. Playing a fair bit out down here with my little brother who's into it. And then up in Townsville, just during the COVID situation, the bubble, fair bit of PlayStation, which is a good way to still.
What have you been playing?
Bit of Warzone, maybe.
Yeah.
I like Call of Duty, and then a little bit of UFC as well.
Any of the boys from school?
Yeah, a couple. Logan, Jesse, those boys from down in Sydney who are also stuck at home. So it's a good way. What's it like
being away from the hometown and not being able to see childhood friends or family?
Yeah, it's a bit of a struggle. I haven't seen a lot of people, a lot of family members and friends since last year, pretty much. But yeah, I guess uh, with like phones and PlayStation stuff like that, you can still keep in touch via FaceTime, text messages.
Logan's a PlayStation head, isn't he?
Yeah,
He stays up late. He goes hard. Did you watch the UFC on the weekend?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it's a good card. It's good to see Nick Diaz and Robbie Lawler, and then also the Aussie defending his belt and get that
How
win.
crazy was that match, eh?
Yeah, it's a good couple of fights, especially the last one. Yeah.
Yeah. You've been doing boxing still? You did boxing training back in the day?
Yeah, a little bit of boxing training in the off season. I'll start getting back into it soon. My hands pretty much healed up. So start getting back into it. Yeah, maybe one day might do something like that.
I was gonna say, get a celebrity match going.
Yeah,
I can be up there with Gal. You've had a long history of boxing training, and your dad being a boxer. That's a big advantage to have.
Yeah, maybe one day, but got a lot of training to do, I guess, to get there.
One step at a time.
Yeah.
So, what are the plans, bro? How long is your contract at Cowboys?
So I got one more year left. I signed a 2-year deal. So that was this season that it has just gone, and then I've got next year as well.
Yeah. So just focus on this year and then see where you go from there.
Yeah, I'd like to stay up there, but yeah, I guess just see what happens. Probably just depends on how I go during this upcoming training block and the first couple of games of the year.
Is there anything that surprised you about the club? Like, you have your thoughts about it, or make assumptions? It had a couple of good years back in the day, JT, Tamalo, Michael Morgan, but is there anything that surprised you when you got there?
Probably just how easy going and how humble a lot of the boys are. Like, you come up there and hadn't played in the NRL, and then had a lot of those older boys, even Tamalolo, just come up to me and introduce himself and say oh, because I was up there staying by myself, didn't know anyone. He said oh, do you want to come watch the fights this weekend and stuff like that, which you don't really expect. And I think they're going to be too because they've done so much.
Their prime years were still in high school. We were watching that, year 10, 11, and they're prime going to the grand finals. That'd be crazy.
Yeah, you don't expect it, but yeah, and even just the people up in Townsville are really nice. Everyone says hello, and
much different than Sydney.
Yeah, really relaxed. There's no traffic and stuff, so it's easy to get used to. Yeah, it's going to be hard when I come back in and visit everyone in Sydney, just getting used to the traffic and stuff again.
Yeah, that's mad. Yeah, looking forward to the basketball season.
Yeah, I don't mind it too much. My little brother's more of a fan than I am, but yeah, I don't mind playing.
Who's he go for?
Not too sure if he's even got a team, to be honest. Just kind of watches it for the sport. Yeah.
I got a couple of questions towards the end that I wanted to ask you. 7 questions for the audience to get to know you a bit better. Let's find it here now. All right. So, who's your favorite athlete?
Growing up, probably Greg Inglis.
Yeah. As in his prime when we were younger too, I think.
Yeah.
What is your game day song?
Game day songs. Jeez.
If you have one.
Put me on the spot, eh? I don't know. I don't mind a bit of Travis Scott. Maybe one of his songs.
Do you have a game day routine?
Not really, eh? I know there's a few boys that are really superstitious and have certain things they do, whereas I just like to get ready early. A lot of stretching and stuff, but
is it real serious the lead up? I don't know, Brandon was telling me his first debut, everyone was silent in the sheds, and he was tripping out. There was no one mucking around and stuff.
Yeah, it is obviously a lot more serious compared to Queensland Cup or 20s or wherever you come from. But I think it just depends on the person as well. Everyone just kind of does their own thing up until the coach talks, and then it's all as a team. Yeah, warm up and stuff like that.
If you could live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
Right here in the Gold Coast, I'd say.
Yeah.
I've been a couple of places, but I love it here. The parents have got a house in Southport, so it's nice and close to the beach. And growing up in Bass Hill, it's a bit of a trek to get to the beach.
It is.
I love it up here.
a different demographic too.
Yeah.
If we could, if we could only eat one food or cuisine forever, what would it be?
I
Surely
love a
tuna
chicken.
sandwich.
Nah, I'd probably have to go chicken snitty.
Oh yeah,
That's my one go-to if it's one go-to cheap meal.
pub feed.
Yeah, I had that watching the UFC the other day. So
Bro, you know how
that's
long it's been since like any of us have had a pub feed?
yeah,
I can't remember the last time I even went to a pub. I think I went to Bass Hill last, but fuck, it's been ages.
yeah, I can imagine. Yeah,
That's shit. What's your biggest fear?
biggest fear, scared of heights. Hey,
Really?
yeah, I always get the you're tall, hey, you're scared of heights. But yeah, I don't know what it is, but yeah, I'm just scared of heights.
Where do you see yourself in 6 years?
6 years, hopefully still playing footy. Maybe yeah, having a fair bit of NRL games, maybe 100 games under my belt, hopefully, and playing for NRL team and being successful. Yeah,
Hopefully a boxing match somewhere in between there.
yeah, that'd be nice as well.
If you could choose anything to do for a day, what would you do?
What I'm doing, I think playing footy, that's what I love doing, and yeah,
Yeah.
I'm really grateful to be able to do that.
I love it. All right, bro. That's pretty much it. I just want to end by saying, yeah, I'm proud of where you've gone. It's crazy to grow up with you from ages 12 through to 17 at school and play alongside you and see the discipline it takes and you staying disciplined with your diet, your training, not falling off the tracks, getting into stupid shit, and then to see where you've come out on the other side, but also that you're still doing the degree is pretty crazy to see. Something I always harp on to like my little cousins and that play footy. I actually tell them the story about you. I was like, oh, there's this kid in my school, he used to eat 4 sandwiches a day. Some people used to laugh, but you know what? He ended up being the biggest in the team, the most muscles, strongest, fastest, and now he's playing for the Cowboys. So it's pretty crazy to see. So I'm proud of you, bro. And I look forward to, watching the rest of your career.
Sweet, thank you. Thanks so much for having me on. Yeah, appreciate it, and hopefully the podcast continues to grow.
Thanks, bro. I'll talk to you soon.